As you guys can see, it's very obvious that O.J. Simpson's other character is The Rock, also known as Dwayne Johnson. Here's a really good side-by-side comparison of The Rock and O.J. As you can see, these two characters have the same exact smile. Here's a close-up of them smiling and they look so much alike. This one is super obvious. They both have the same egg-shaped head, so that really gives it away. Again, right here you can see they have the same head shape and their noses are very similar as well. And here's a good comparison of their side profile. And O.J. Simpson looks the most like The Rock when he was younger, but it's crazy how even now that he's older, he still resembles The Rock a lot. I first found out about this one in 2021, and it was due to this picture right here. When I seen this young picture of O.J., I thought it was The Rock, and many other people did as well. So here's a good comparison that I made with that picture. And it's very ironic because O.J. was on this People magazine and The Rock's other name is the People's Champ. Now let's get into the gematria connections between O.J. and The Rock because their real names have the same exact numbers in gematria. So O.J. Simpson's real name is Orenthal James Simpson and The Rock's real name is Dwayne Douglas Johnson. And as you can see, both of their real names have the same gematria of 246 in the ordinal cipher, and then their full names also match up in the reduction cipher with the number 84, and their full names also match up in the reverse cipher with the number 294. Their real names are very similar as well. Both of their initials are very similar. OJ stands for Orenthal James, and Dwayne Johnson's initial is DJ. In the media, they refer to The Rock as Dwayne The Rock Johnson, so I typed it in and I noticed that it matched up perfectly with OJ's real name as well. They have the same gematria of 70 and 107, and O.J. Simpson faked his death at age 76, and The Rock equals 76 in gematria, so that's a direct connection between these two characters. They did so much predictive programming that this character was going to die. The Rock has a magazine that says Rock is dead, and they didn't kill The Rock's character, but if you notice, this magazine is very symbolic to them killing The Rock's other character, which is O.J. Simpson, and I wouldn't put it past them if they killed off The Rock as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in the future. So I found out about this one in 2021, but I never got around to making a video about it. And it's crazy because back then, if you searched up The Rock and O.J. Simpson, comparisons of them were popping up and people said that Dwayne Johnson would have been a better fit for O.J. And back then this stuff used to pop up, but then they did damage control when Chris Rock slapped Will Smith at the Oscars. As you can see now when you type in The Rock and OJ, these articles of O.J. Simpson and Chris Rock pop up. Apparently OJ said that he understands why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Chris Rock made a joke about Nicole Brown Simpson's murder, which is the woman that OJ is accused of killing, but all of that is fake, and I'll expose Nicole's other character in a separate video on my second channel, so make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel. The link is in the description. The name of my second channel is Conscious X2. But anyways, this is a huge connection because Chris Rock made a joke about O.J. Simpson and his wife. They're subliminally letting you know that O.J. Simpson's other character is The Rock. Because what are the chances that OJ has beef with Chris Rock and OJ's other character is called The Rock? And on top of that, Chris Rock even tweeted about OJ. So this is an obvious connection, and it's also damage control because now when you type in The Rock and OJ, the beef with Chris Rock and OJ pops up instead of comparisons of OJ and The Rock. So this is what they do. It's a way of them shadow banning the truth. They've done that with so many of my videos. You know, they did that with my Durk and Jay-Z video. Now if you type in Lil Durk and Jay-Z, all of this damage control pops up between Durk and Jay-Z. Another connection between OJ and The Rock is the fact that they were both born in California. OJ was born in San Francisco, California, and The Rock was born in Hayward, California. Another connection is that OJ died 1 month before The Rock's birthday. So OJ died on April 10th, and The Rock's birthday is coming up on May 2nd. So OJ faked his death 22 days before his other character's birthday, and dead equals 22 in gematria, but I forgot to put that in here. Another huge connection between these two characters is the fact that they were both football players that turned into actors. The Rock used to play football in college, and they photoshopped OJ into a white man, and notice he looks exactly like The Rock in that picture. So this is a huge connection because both of these characters started their careers as football players, and The Rock's jersey number was 94 in college. So keep that in mind because that's going to be an upcoming connection. So OJ faked his death on April 10th, 2024, which has a date numerology of 13. And like I just showed you guys, The Rock's jersey number in college was 94, and 9 plus 4 is 13, just like the numerology of OJ Simpson's date of death. And on top of that, OJ faked his death at age 76, and 7 plus 6 is 13. So the numerology of his age is 13, the numerology of his date of death is 13, and the numerology of his other character's jersey number is also 13. And I talked about the number 13 a lot in my previous videos because they use the number 13 a lot in these rituals. The Rock was number 94 in college, but then he joined the Canadian Football League, also known as the CFL, and he started wearing the number 74. And this is a huge connection because 74 in reverse is 47, and OJ was born in 1947, and Rock equals 47 in gematria. Another connection with his jersey number is the fact that 7 plus 4 is 11. And his other character is OJ, and OJ faked his death on April 11th. Then I found some connections with OJ Simpson's jersey number, because every jersey number that celebrities have is always going to be scripted. OJ Simpson's jersey number was 32, and as you can see, his other character's first and last name both equal 32. Dwayne equals 32, and Johnson also equals 32. Nothing about them is organic. Every single number that is connected to them is always connected to them for a reason. Another connection is the fact that their last names are both 7 letters, and they both end in son. As you can see, OJ's last name is Simpson, and The Rock's last name is Johnson. So they both have the word son in their last name. And I'm sure most of you guys have questioned why is his name OJ Simpson. And there's a show called The Simpsons, and there's always scripting every time they do this. As you can see, in 2018, they said that OJ was once supposed to appear on The Simpsons, so his name is completely scripted with this show. As you can see, OJ was born in 1947, and fake death equals 47, and Simpsons equals 47 as well. And I made an entire video exposing The Simpsons. The link to this video is in the description. I really exposed the predictive programming that The Simpsons does, because many people think that they're predicting stuff, but they're actually revealing their plans before they actually do it, which is called predictive programming. And then OJ faked his death at 76, and The Simpsons equals 76. Secret Society is 76. The Freemasons is 76. And a NWO is also 76. And the reason why The Simpsons matches up with a New World Order, The Simpsons is revealing the New World Order, which is yellow people. As you can see, most of the characters in Simpsons are yellow, and this is all by design. Because if you notice the riddle that's going on here, The Simpsons is promoting an all-yellow family and an all-yellow society. And yellow people are a product of melanated people mixing with non-melanated people. And that's exactly what OJ Simpson promoted and did. As you can see, he used to have a black family on the left, but then he started pushing an agenda and he left them for this white woman. And now he has these mixed kids, which are considered yellow. And this is all predictive programming for their New World Order, which is to get everybody to be yellow. If you guys haven't noticed, most of the celebrities that they're promoting nowadays are mixed. And they keep subliminally promoting for black and white people to mix in the media. And this is all purposely done because they really want to water down the original humans, which are melanated people. They really want to eliminate melanated people. That's why in The Simpsons, there's only like one melanated character in the show. Most of the characters in that show are mixed. And that's exactly what OJ's character was created to promote. And ironically, his other character, The Rock, is a mixed character. His father is melanated and his mom is non-melanated. And if you guys want to know more about these type of agendas, subscribe to me and Divine Sade's Patreon, where we go more into detail about this type of stuff because we can't really expose it too much on here. Everything about his death is completely scripted and it's all in plain sight. Apparently OJ Simpson's cause of death is prostate cancer, which is very ironic because his zodiac sign is also Cancer. So it's very obvious that this was all scripted. And I'm not surprised that his cause of death was cancer, because if you guys watched my recent video, I exposed King Charles because they recently came out and said that he had cancer. And then they said that Kate Middleton had cancer. And then they said that Ninja got cancer as well, all around the same time. So I'm not surprised that another character came out and died from cancer. And I talked about this in my King Charles video. They're really putting this in the media because they're being symbolic to the fact that they're killing a lot of people with chemicals. And I have a Patreon video with some very useful information on how to avoid cancer and many other things. The link to that video is in the description. Now let's move on to the next character that was created based off of OJ, which is Rick Fox. As you can see, Rick Fox and OJ look so much alike. Right here you can see that they have a very similar smile. The only difference is that Rick Fox has some very bushy eyebrows, but other than that they look very similar. A huge connection is the fact that both of these characters are born in July. OJ's birthday is July 9th, and Rick Fox's birthday is July 24th. And if you notice, 2 plus 4 is 6, so it's like 7/6. And OJ's birthday is 7/9, and the 9 backwards is a 6. And on top of that, OJ died at age 76, and Rick Fox's birthday is July 24th. 2 plus 4 is 6, so you get 7/6, like 76. So it's very obvious that these characters are the same and that OJ's death is very scripted. And then Rick Fox was born in 1969, and OJ Simpson was the first pick in the 1969 NFL draft. So that's a direct connection between these two characters. Now let's move on to the Jay-Z connection, because Jay-Z has a song called The Story of OJ, and Jay-Z was also born in 1969. And like I mentioned in many other videos, Illuminati is 69 and New World Order is 69. And all of this connects to The Rock as well, because OJ Simpson died from cancer. His zodiac sign is Cancer. And if you look at the zodiac sign of Cancer, it's a 69 or 96. And The Rock's real name, Dwayne Douglas Johnson, equals 96. So all of these characters are connected to that number. Another connection is that Rick Fox is from Canada, and The Rock's father is from Canada, and The Rock got his Canadian citizenship in 2009, and he also played in the Canadian Football League. So that's a connection that he has to Rick Fox. Also, I want to point out the fact that The Rock's father was also a professional wrestler, and his name was Rocky Johnson. And I never even knew that until now. But I talked about this in many other videos, like my Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry video. I talked about how most celebrities' parents were also celebrities. And I like to point that out because it shows that these characters are not organically celebrities. Most of them already had parents that were celebrities, and they're acting like they were regular people. Now let's get into the scripting of OJ's death. So OJ was born in 1947. 47 backwards is 74. The Rock's jersey number in Canada was 74, and scripted murder is 74. And that's a connection to not only OJ's death, but also the scripted murder that he was accused of doing. Then we see that OJ's full name equals 114, just like Illuminati ritual. And then OJ Simpson and staged killing have the same gematria of 130. And then OJ's full name equals 114, just like passed away. The wording that they use in these articles is very scripted. So if you take a look at TMZ's article, they said OJ Simpson dead at 76 after cancer battle, and cancer battle equals 76 in gematria. So it's all scripted. OJ faked his death on April 10, and die equals 10 in gematria. And then the numerology of OJ Simpson's date of death is 38, and fake death equals 38. And then OJ Simpson's birthday is July 9th, which can be written out as 7/9, like 79, and death faker equals 79. And then OJ was born in 1947, and fake died equals 1947 in gematria. So this can't be a coincidence. His death is way too scripted to be a coincidence. I mean, his jersey number was 32, and fake death equals 32. So none of this could be a coincidence. I don't understand why people try to write this off as a coincidence when they're the ones wearing these numbers and having these names connected to certain numbers. It's all purposely done. So I hate when people try to say that they were sacrificed by the numbers and stuff like that, because that's a form of sympathizing celebrities rather than exposing them. So this is why I don't say that they're sacrificed, because I don't like to sympathize them, because they're deceiving you purposefully. This is not a coincidence. This is not something being done to them. They are all a part of the deception, and they're here to distort your mind and f you up psychologically. Then I noticed that OJ Simpson equals 113, just like Satanist, which reminds me of The Rock, because this character looks very satanic and demonic. He does these very creepy faces, and he loves doing these horns symbolism. Even his logo on his brand has horns as well. And you can just tell by looking at his face that this is a very evil character, but yet everybody likes him. You know, they call him the people's champ. If you look at his eyes and his face, you can really tell that this is a demonic entity. This is not a real human. And here's a very creepy video where he licks the blood from his face after he supposedly got injured. And then I'll show you guys a nasty video of him promoting the P agenda. I can't say too much about that, but you guys can see for yourself. Here's the videos.
All right, look, sometimes, well, oftentimes, things get intense here in the Iron Paradise, but we ain't playing tiddlywinks and we ain't reciting nursery rhymes. All right, you get lumped up every once in a while and things happen. That's good. That's real good. Back to work.
My name is Roy, and and for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child robot.
So The Rock is a very nasty character. I don't know why people blindly love this character, but they hate OJ. You know, it's like they made two polar opposite characters. They purposely create a narrative for people to hate OJ and to love his other character, which is The Rock. Right here, The Rock is doing one eye symbolism. Here he is doing it again very subliminally. And then here he is doing the horns again. This character has so many pictures doing symbolism. Right here, he's doing it in plain sight. I mean, they don't even try to hide it anymore. And this character is very fruity as well. I talked about this in my John Cena video. I exposed how wrestling and sports in general are very fruity because in wrestling, men are touching each other on the ring and they're wearing thongs and they're half naked and kids are watching this stuff. So really think about the psychological effect that has on a child, especially a male child. So this is why I don't support sports, because it's just a bunch of men running around and touching each other, but yet grown men love to watch this type of stuff. It doesn't make any sense. So I highly recommend detaching from sports if you're not already, because not only are they very scripted, but they're also very fruity and they're promoting that agenda to you while you're watching it. Then we see that The Rock has many sus pictures, and I wouldn't even consider this sus because he's directly kissing Kevin Hart in this video. And then he's holding him like a baby, which is promoting the P agenda again, like I just showed you guys in that video. Here he is kissing Kevin Hart again. And The Rock has admitted multiple times that he's not straight. He was on this magazine and you guys can read it for yourself. And he played the role of a cowboy that was not straight. And he said that he was told that playing a fruity man would ruin his career. And he defended it as if there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's move on to the next character that The Rock is mixed with. Because not only is The Rock based off of OJ, but he's also based off of Rob Schneider. You know, like I talked about in many other videos. Every time they create a celebrity, they always mix two or more characters so that it looks like a new character. And with The Rock, they mixed OJ and Rob Schneider. So this is why he looks a lot like Rob Schneider. And they even made memes about it. They photoshopped Rob on The Rock because they look exactly alike. And it's funny how Rob and Rock both start with R-O. So here's some more memes that they made about Rob Schneider and The Rock. And I noticed this one when I was doing research for this video. I couldn't unsee Rob Schneider every time I looked at The Rock when he was younger, because when he was younger he looked the most like Rob Schneider. And it's very ironic that I'm talking about Rob Schneider again, because I just exposed him 3 weeks ago in my Patrick Mahomes video, because Patrick Mahomes is also mixed with Rob Schneider. I don't know why they made so many characters out of Rob Schneider, but there's another one that I still need to expose, and I'll make a separate video on that. So here's some connections between The Rock and Rob Schneider. So right here, Rob Schneider is at a WWE match with Adam Sandler, which is a connection because The Rock was in the WWE. And another connection is that he has this picture with Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was also in the WWE. So they always do these things to let you know in plain sight who their other characters are. And here's the last connection that I found. So Rob Schneider's birthday is October 31st, and 31 backwards is 13. And The Rock's jersey number is 94, and 9 plus 4 is 13. And his other character is OJ, and OJ died on a date numerology of 13. And he died at 76, which is 13 again. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of research went into this video. You know, I've been wanting to make this video for the past couple years now. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to make this video. You know, it's very ironic that you guys were asking me to make this video when I made the John Cena video, and now this whole situation happened. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the description. And Devon Sade also made a good video on this topic, so go check out her video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.